Well, hello everyone, howdy do and welcome to the contingency plan. First off, before we get started, I would like everyone to know that I am now officially official in the eyes of the state. So there's that. I also went to one job interview since I've been here and was hired. So after 2 weeks of moving/vacation, it's time for me to once again pretend to be a responsible adult. Okay, so as many of you already know, Jackhammer Mike and I spent this past Saturday in the desert. It felt like we waited a long time and were very patient, but we were finally able to take a day and do just what we enjoy doing while being slow cooked and drinking more water than I've ever drank before in my life. I released a bunch of videos in regards to our day in the desert, but I wanted to take this chance to share some of the things that I learned during that time. Some of these things I was already fully aware of, but knowing it and experiencing it are two different things. One thing Mike and I discussed while we were baking in the sun is the fact that although there are a lot of prepper types that come off as wishing for or wanting shit to hit the fan, we're calling complete and total bullshit on that one. Even though we were only out there for one day, I can tell you that living anything remotely like that on a day-to-day basis would suck dirty goat ass. There is no scenario in which trying to stay alive 24/7 under similar or far worse conditions is appealing. It might be fun playing outdoor chuck for a day, but that's about it. Another thing I realized is that in this area at least, water is an even bigger deal than I originally thought. And originally I thought it was the most important thing in regards to survival. I now feel that water alone is about 98% of the entire battle. As I downed about my 26th bottle of water on Saturday and was thinking about how much I hate drinking warm to hot water, it dawned on me that without access to clean water, you could easily spend an entire day, every day, doing nothing but processing water to make it drinkable, while drinking it faster than you could process it, turning the entire act into one frustrating shit show, over and over again. Needing to drink water almost non-stop and having the only source of water being to boil cow shit and cow piss cattle tank slop sounds like hell on earth to me. Then add in that once you kill the bacteria and make it relatively safe to drink, you're still left with warm to hot, yellowish brown water that more than likely still smells like cow shit, and daily life after shit hits the fan does not appeal to me in the least. We haven't even mentioned food, shelter, injuries, of which I suffered several in just that one day, all while doing so in an area where the overnight lows are still in the mid to upper 80s throughout a majority of the year, and again, not appealing. Those are aspects that must be dealt with in this part of the country, but other areas have their own set of issues that will need to be dealt with on a daily basis as well. One thing I realized is that without a doubt, if things ever go high and to the right, I am going to do everything I can to fortify the house we're in and stay put. I can only think of maybe 2 or 3 scenarios in which I would bug out, but overall my plan is to bug in, unless doing so means guaranteed death. As we spoke about in one of the videos, having to decide what to take and what to leave behind during a bug out may be the most difficult part of dealing with a post-shit-hits-the-fan world, at least early on. I can't speak for Mike, but my plan to stay put is now much further up on the priority list than it was before. I like having the confidence in knowing that I can survive in the desert, practicing certain skills, but doing so on a daily basis for me is for when I've officially run out of other options. We both know that we can survive under such conditions, but by no means does that mean we ever want to. If you come across a channel where the person acts like shit hits the fan would be fun, or they are looking forward to living like that, they're either lying to you in order to sound like a badass, or they live in some fantasy world in their head and rarely leave their house. Nothing about living day to day under such conditions would be enjoyable. Granted, things are a little different here because of the fact that the desert seems to be openly trying to kill you the entire time, but we were just out shooting and playing around for the most part. We weren't trying to hide from UN troops or Negans, and we knew that showers and air conditioning and other comforts were about an hour's drive away. The main thing I learned was that the next time we go out, I'm bringing far less stuff than the last time. Mainly we did that because of what we were doing. The next time will probably be an overnight stay, and I for one plan on taking as little as possible with me to simulate what it would actually be like in a situation where we were forced to bug out. I plan on increasing the amount of water I take and decreasing everything else. Next time will be more about fires and finding food and less about shooting. I hope you enjoyed the videos we posted, and we look forward to bringing you more in the future. Thank you for watching, and God bless each one of you. Peace!